Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. All for a little break here and all, with it being a count of, I guess you could say, Christmas and all. Plus, no doubt we're entering the new decade in style of that, yes, most certainly. Of course, what you see here is indeed Last Man Standing. Yes, very much so. And the interesting problems I've came across it. I mean, you know how last time I said, oh, you know, Last Standing's been around for a little while, but it's kind of dead. And, you know, yeah, recently, obviously, there's been, well, I say recently, but I mean, it's a few months ago, there's been the whole build up to what is now the new Last Man Standing. And, yeah, very much, they've done it differently. Whereas, you see, before you had a little spear, you had to kind of gather weapons of an inferior kind to eventually get into half-decent stuff like, you know, well, I say that's not half-decent, the pretty good stuff like Armadyl Godsword and, you know, the Dragon Claws and all that, you know, like, pretty nice stuff and all, but, yeah, eventually, you know, that kind of shifted towards a more hybrid kind of style, you know, so you got alright gear, and then you work your way up to getting the real good, like, I think, you'll see it later on at some point, but yeah, may as well fast forward through this and that so you get the gist, because this is a very long clip indeed. This is like some, like, about 80 minutes of footage, so gonna have to kind of speed through it, but yeah, before you know it, yeah, I didn't really play at all, you know, like, that's not my strategy, no, that is not my strategy at all. I don't do PK fights like this, you know. You know, I'll talk more about this a little later on, and that, about how this all works, and that, but essentially, yeah, the idea of the new Last Stand is to try and encourage people, because you know it's got infinite energy, and also infinite prayer, and like, that seems to be, you know, a non-issue in that. But yeah, evidently my strategy is to try and run away and hide from people as much as I can. You know, like, playing the game how it's not meant to be played, essentially. You know, and I find it most amusing because, oh yeah, you'll see people getting pissed off later on. Oh, fucking hell, they do get toxic. But, I mean, I have a thing with toxicity and whether it really counts, but alas, you know, it is what it is. You know, I'm here for my Halo of plain and simple, although, well, I'll get onto that later on and that, but suffice to say, it appears to be I'm done with the new Last Man Standing for the time being, and that, you know. Yeah, so you see here, certainly with the folks getting in the action and that, you know, certainly the fights and that, they seem to be quite, like, people generally are competitive when it comes to PKing scene, and that, you know, yeah, what are you doing indeed. Yeah, you notice there, indeed, I didn't get a single point because it was casual, and this is kind of a problem. And yeah, this was the first actual ranked one, and that, because after a little while, and that, there was this fellow called GWB, and 3 letters only, and he was kinda, had the idea of setting about a new lobby for folks and that to try and get ranked games in, and, you know, I seemed to come about just about the right time, and that, for at least the first 4 days anyhow. And yes, certainly, I made a good amount of use of it, you know, when it was, shall we say, available to the non-paying kind, yes. And that's another issue I'll get into later on, but yeah, you'll essentially see here, my strategy here is generally just hide near, like, you know, the rank spots, so like, you know, where the hot spots are going to be, you know, like, 4 of them, you have 4 in Toya, you have the mountain, you have, what was that, Moser settlement there, you have the Trinity outpost, and then you have the Thieving's hideout place in that. Of the 4, 2 of them are pretty good. The Thieves' hideout and I would say the mountain are pretty good. And that used to be, I would say, Moser settlement, but now, no, not too cute on the Moser settlement. But if you get the right spots, then, you know, you could practically kind of weigh out all the damage once it gets to the danger area, you know. Take just 3s instead of 10s and that, which is still iffy. I mean, obviously that's the thing, you want to minimise damage so you can last as long as possible, because, yeah, unless you kill somebody, you're not restocking on food. That's just a plain matter of fact, so you got to work what you have, you know, like, was it there, I think it's 10 sharks, 3 crambans and the 1 cerebro. Yeah, you'll see here in that, if there's higher on that, where I'm standing there, that would be fine, because very much so, you're able to like be within the range, but also how to even say, yeah, you very much don't have to worry about like taking absurd amounts of damage, like take 10, 10, 10, like every, you know, 2 ticks is 1.2 seconds, so, you know, better taking 10s than 3s, you know. No, better to not take 10s than rather just take 3s, you know, because that way you've got a better chance of getting the last 2, and yeah, getting that delicious 4 points. Yeah, you know, people were not amused at my shenanigans, but I mean, what can I say, you know, that was always the plan, and I think eventually once we go over that issue of confidence, you know, like, I mean, one of my biggest regrets, by far, one of my biggest regrets, easily, was the whole very much not taking advantage of, yeah, for the curious in now, you may be wondering, huh, a lot of these bots are actually quite good, aren't they? Well, no, this is actually not too long after the bot farms had ceased on The Last Standing. Like, for a good couple months and that, there was bots hammering, you know, this game mode for the what's called the Traveller Parchments, which they still hold a good bit of value, but they range from about 450k to about 1 million. Or no, I'd say 1.5 million, the absolute best. But that's never been the case since its original inception way back, I want to say the end of September or beginning of October, one of the two. You know, but yeah, certainly, you know, having these kind of fights and that, it would be a lot more manageable if there were like people botting, you know, because I think what was gathered, like the basic ones would just range and, you know, protect whatever you're wielding, whereas the more advanced ones, I don't know if they tried like maging and then doing the rest, because those are the ones that always pissed me off on that, because yeah, it made it hard to get away from that. That's why I tried to make sure I wore gear that was, you know, resistant to mage, but even then, it made maybe a minuscule difference, like, to maybe say 3 or 4% less likely to get Ice Barrage, and that's about it. But eventually I got really good, like you'll see here, I'm wearing my Mystic Robe, that's useless, you know, you're better off equipping the Black Dragon, which also has better defense all around, generally, but especially on the mage side, you know. Also, that little rooftop there, yeah, that's not a good idea, because people can still see you and hit you, and that's kind of not good. Also, yeah, that didn't work. And that... Indeed, yeah, that guy... Yeah, sometimes I notice people are like... They would wait on the weakest one. Like, say, if there's 2 there, they'll also wait for the person to kind of come along and, you know, just so I can kill them and that. And that always annoys me, but there's not really much you can do, you know. That's what I say with some PKs, it's like they just know when to work together. It's a kind of weird right game of their own, and that if they know that you're trying to hide and not actually fight. Yeah, no, also, holy shit, this is a long ride. Yeah, you'll notice later on, I have a little strategy for avoiding people and that, because I'll admit, it's interesting seeing what was essentially a video on the whole hidey kind of topic thing and that, but you missed out one key thing on that, you know, like, generally it's the whole hide, like, run away from people, hide up a rooftop where nobody's seeing you, you know, just generally become invisible, and then slowly edge towards the hotspot as you're kind of reaching, that kind of thing, you know. But he missed out on the one key thing. If you're, say if somebody catches you, you know, how the fuck do you get away from somebody who's determined to kill you? There is a strategy for that, and you'll see it shortly on that, but I suppose, meanwhile, I'll be talking about, yeah, the news, why don't we? Yes, let's get a little bit of action with that. Also, I'll try to see, next fight I come across, I'll try to see if I can get back in not slow motion, standard speed, so you can actually take it in properly. Also with the shenanigans, but yeah, so obviously you probably heard about the boss high scores, as you know, that you saw the last video, and that certainly, that's all kind of amusing, though apparently it's caused some people issues with trying to load up the high scores and that. I mean, I've never really had that issue myself, personally, but apart from the few who's been afflicted by it, it's quite bad. Quite bad. Yeah, no? Almost certainly indeed. And that, but yeah, a more bigger flaw would actually be what was to do with the pin security stuff and that, you know? And yeah, generally speaking, the whole, what's it? How could it even be fucking said? Yeah, apparently there was a security flaw where essentially people could, like, very minutely, if, like, say you put in a correct and incorrect one, there was I'm talking about, like, what is a 0.02, like a 50th of a second difference. But if people knew their shit on that, yeah, they really could actually. Also, holy shit, these deaths. Yeah, people could really actually, you know, find out which pins were correct. And that's kind of maybe a probable explanation, really, for how people could actually find out. Also, holy shit, that kind of came out camera there. Yeah, an explanation as to how people managed to find out this kind of stuff, you know, it's... Oh, so fun. Also, I'm curious on that. Did he... I'm not sure if this is one of those ones where I actually managed to get and see the fight. No. Dead. Yeah. But yeah, certainly. Considering I now have a pin myself, and that on account of the twisted bow, as I always promised myself, I had big money. Oh, there we go. Finally, we get a bit of a fight, don't we? Oh man, but yeah, also saw there in Fennel Cave. Only chance you'll see me wearing that beauty of a cave anytime soon, and that, but certainly, you know, see a lot of the actual good items in that. Indeed, I believe for this mode and demo more exclusively, there's what's called the PKing weapons. Like I think one of the only one I managed to get my hands on, I was really surprised by, is the staff, and that was so Zurio's staff. Yeah, essentially really, really fucking good against other people, you know, that kind of thing. Not good against monsters, but really good against if you're trying to PK people, but apparently extremely valuable, and not something that people are comfortable with normal PKing, but in these kind of tournament / kind of competitive ones, it's okay, but there you are. Anyway, yeah, I'm hoping with the pin and that, you know, that's going to be kind of interesting issue, you know, see if they ever get to fixing that security and all. Because, yeah, the difference between 0.075 microseconds and 0.055 microseconds, yeah, doesn't sound like much, but to the dedicated hackers, oh, I don't know. And I mean, those Runescape community does have its fair share of dedicated folks to stealing and all, so I don't know. I do not know. But anyway, yeah, it's funny as well, considering that the day after I'd left on the 1st of December, yeah, there was another little strike, what's massive frequent lag spikes and that. You know how back in 2017 there was a bunch of those that was pretty bad. Pretty bad indeed, you know, in regards to DDoSing, and I believe it was somewhat confirmed that was the case, widespread DDoSing, and that, you know, although it's interesting because obviously they fixed this quite back in 2014 or 15, you know, the whole, if you die, you drop, you know, you only have 2 minutes, and, you know, your items appear for the latter second minute, and that wasn't the case in 2017, it certainly wasn't the case here either, but apparently, it may have been due to trying to get certain hardcore men killed and but also to do with the Sand Casino. Yes, the Sand Casino. Certain high-stake duels involving billions of GP in some cases. And yeah, if somebody's not having their way, just fucking crash the server so that's if it didn't count. And you know, that's the way it seems to work with that. So that happened for a while, and obviously this could also in part be due to the duplication. That really is probably what kicked off, you know. The other two, kinda, but this is what really gave it full force, you know. Oh man, yeah, indeed, cheering on and that, but yeah, you know, I was never going to win that fight. Yeah, just give him a good kick up the wallop, and that's the question mark. Of course, I've not the intention of fighting, you know. Yep, dead. Well, so. Indeed, the started was what my notes here saying. Yeah, the mobile client connection issue. So I don't know if this was actually specifically due to mobile or not, but I think it's later spread on to the main clients as well. And that, yeah, slight break from the 10th to 14th, mysteriously, and then picked up again after that for a full week till about around the 21st, and then that's seemingly where it ended. And no more big lags after that. So good thing I kind of called it quits on that day. You know, just. Cheerio, I've got my twisted bow, all happy with Armadyl, and no doubt I'll have to kind of work up my money again, and that'll be fun. Ah, man. But yeah, and then here's what's it? Yeah, here's an interesting one. So you know the upcoming Nightmare of Ashihama boss, and very much the big content, as it were, and very much all the stuff concerning like the that really powerful staff and that, the 3 different forums, what else, Injustice here set, and also what was the Sword Shield Clone, which was the Siren's Tome. Indeed, it did pass, and it was a bit controversial, because before it was nerfed, it was really incredibly powerful. Like, that would have broken, like, made Fire Surge and like incredibly strong. And even after it was nerfed, it was still like, oh shit, this is quite strong, you know. This is going to be like easily a 200 mil plus item, if not probably somewhere around 300-500 million, you know, because it was that fucking good with the mage damage. You know, like, not only was I think the Arcane obviously wasn't as good as the best in sort like Arcane, but the damage would have been incredibly good, like 4% or something. You know, which most others have only been about 2% in that, like the Arcane and that, but yeah, so that was kind of a thing. But then here's the interesting part. Despite the fact it passed, Jagex kind of did a psych moment, you know, and pretty much yanked it right out of people. Like, you know, people wanted it. Nope, you ain't having that anymore, bitches. Yep, so that kind of became a non-thing anymore, and as a result, yeah, pretty much, you know, that became a non-thing, and that, so as a result, people were left wondering, well, what the fuck's going to happen with Science Toning, because there was clearly a big amount of interest coming from it, you know, people actually wanted that to happen, and yeah, I think that was kind of the biggest problem in that, because, you know, what can you even say about that? The fact that people obviously wanted something like that to be a kind of alternative, and yet it very much didn't came to be because Jagex deemed it to be too overpowered. And you know, I can agree with that, you know. That's just kind of a thing, isn't it? You know, something like that could very much fuck up the meta for a lot of things. You know, and I don't know. Maybe they had a point to not producing that kind of content, but alas, we'll see. Hopefully see at some point in the future, and that's very much the promise anyhow. But anyway, getting on with what's the other stuff here. Yeah, concerns over mass botting / real world train farming at Zulcano. Yeah, this is a boss I've not even gotten around to, because, you know, I've still got like about 15, 18 quests to go, and that's not even including the Grandmaster ones, you know. Eventually I'll get to it, and then there'll be a wealth of content. Also, yeah, this is my out, and here at last. You know, people were saying, oh, bring your outs, and that, and I thought, fuck it, you know, why not, and that, and yeah, apparently my out got picked up as being a bot, and yeah, this guy's just fucking out, like, why the fuck would I want to have both of them win? Like, it's just there just because people were saying, oh, fill out the numbers, and it's like, okay, you know, here I go, just fill up this one by the person. It's like, yeah, and then there's like, nope, that's a bot. And then I was good thinking, you know, Seth was able to talk at that point, you know, and still can, but also cancer. Oh, the QEW then. Well, yeah, toxic indeed. Man. Yeah, he or she was not amused by my shenanigans, I can tell you that much. But yeah, so, certainly this botting issue and that, or I wouldn't say botting, I think it's more like farming it. Do you remember our Venezuelan friends and that, those who dealt with the green dragons from before because it was easy to get into? It's interesting how that's now shifted. I think maybe one of the key reasons because, one of the key reasons is you had to do a bunch of quests in order to get, you know, access to or use to the anti-dragon shield and that, like anti-fire and all. And yeah, very much. Oh wait. Oh yeah, I have to show this off and that slower speeds. Bloody hell. Yeah, so this is right at the very end here, and very much, yeah. Indeed, I always somebody wanted me kicked in that. Indeed, running mid-fight using the rope and that's a trick is so fucking toxic. Oh, what? Yeah. That's the thing, like, mostly it's the PKs that are the ones being toxic. But who knew that a PVMer could be so fucking toxic? Not wanting to fight and all, like. And the thing is, I'm very much, this is the point I got good at, you see the rank difference in that. Yeah, master of playing hide and seek, not playing the fucking game correctly. But yeah, I'm a master, so must be doing something right. Oh man, Gotta love that though, eh? What a save, eh? What a fucking save. But anyhow, indeed, you'll see here, now we've got this. So, indeed, very much, we're back here and yeah, it's kind of empty. Obviously, this has been the wrong time and that, because right now it's currently 9:30. This would be kind of like near the end point, because usually when it's most active is around 2 to 8 AM. And then it kind of die off or, you know, that. So, indeed. But the thing is, there are still people active. But where are they? Indeed, World 317. And so you think, alright, World 317, and at least some of them anyway, obviously it's now gone quiet again. So it's like, alright, just go over there. I kind of can't, because it's for members, and I'm like, yeah, in my mindset, I'm like, fuck going to members for something I could just do on free to play. Like, why the fuck would I want to do, like, member stuff? You know, and it's like, I can gain points on free, and to show proof of that. Anyway, let's go to the trade. Yeah, I have 182. Not a single win though, but you know, that's the thing. Like, I can very much be on the way of getting these and that. And supposing I were to be on members or not, yeah, I could very much continue grinding and eventually getting these. But nah, it seems like I got caught a bit short because I was fully ready to get this, you know, especially that Armadyl Halo. I was fucking ready for that, and then nah. Only had 4 days and that. Between them I'm getting an average, say, 45 points now. The biggest one I think was the second day where I got something like, I think 70 in that. And then that 5th day and onwards to stick to World 317 instead of like, I think the first two was the Australian one, third one was German, the fourth one was the American one. Then 5th one onwards they've stuck to the British worlds, and I have a funny feeling maybe a small part of that was because of me. Just maybe. It's hard to say with certainty, but perhaps there was a small chance that was kind of it. Also, just to explain, just briefly, in case you're wondering, with the most bizarre gear, yeah, this is why farming gear for obers and that, with the hill giants out in the wildy, and very much the three expensive ones being the Runescape, body, and plate legs for best defense and best weapon, and also other minor upgrades that aren't that expensive. You know, like what I'd be risking is probably no more than, well, if you don't include that, that'd be like 2, 4, 6.5. That you really don't need. I mean, that's like probably an extra 2k in top. You know, 1.5, so about 8.5k. And that, you know, but even then, 6k, you know, you're very much getting the max amount of defense and that, you know, for what's relatively cheap. Also, this guy seems to have noticed me. And hey, indeed. Oh, can't you be bothered emote reacting to that? Fuck it. But anyway, so, I suppose what I'll do, just to quickly show off, yeah, you'll probably remember this as well on that, yes. I'll simply skip to the point with this one. Yeah, because I kind of skimmed over this one. And I can't remember, there was a few videos back, but yeah, this is essentially when I was going for the Armadyl Crossbow, and I would indeed explain the inability to sell the two Justiciar pieces and, you know, one of the Zamarakian pieces, because, you know, that's kind of the thing. And, you know, this is me getting my Armadyl Crossbow to do well, and, you know, Skeletal Wyverns for a few days, and that, oh, that was fun, and that, certainly, but, yeah, I'll just sort of fast forward for this. Indeed, this is me, indeed, finally getting for just under 100 million, 99.7. Way more expensive than what used to be, but I mean, as I said, this was not something I was going to keep for a long term. You know, I mean, I ended up only losing like 500k to a million on it, so not too bad. And I think I actually got more than what I lost, you know, had I not used it, so not too shabby. And then, obviously, at the end, near the end of my month's subscription, you saw me finally getting the big one, indeed. But yeah, I figured I'd show that off and get that all sorted. But yeah, so I figured I may as well also finish off just covering the rest of the news, because, oh fuck, I've had quite a bit to go over, and sadly I won't be able to get finished in that today. But yeah, certainly getting back to the Zolcano problem. Yeah, so obviously this is what's baffling because before you think, all right, the Venezuelan farmers, you know, they very much just want to get to fucking hell. Yeah, relatively easy money makers, you know, as soon as possible, and just pretty much get right in there, you know. And I could certainly see why. Oh fuck. Yeah, I could certainly see why. And then obviously that update happened, so Green Dragon farming was kind of not so easy to get into anymore, and that was very much that. However, then Zolcano became a thing in that beginning of last year, and that with Song of the Elves, and oh no, was it? For some fucking reason, I'm thinking it was no. The Dragon Slayer 2 was the beginning of the year before that. No, Song of the Elves was the big quest for last year. Well, yeah, this has been January 2020. You wonder we'll be getting a big update soon. The Nightmare of Ashihama, and well, here's hoping. And I'm hoping, if not this month, say some point in February, or latest maybe say beginning of March or some shit like that. But I mean, who the fuck knows? Also, just check here. How long are you standing here? Oh, bloody hell. But yeah, so why was Zolcano the popular choice, considering it's actually a skilling boss? I mean, obviously the fact there's no real danger, you know, in the sense that, you know, no PKers and that to piss them and all, but why Zolcano? Why not Zelda, which some of them do, or Vorka, which I hear a very few do, but it seems to be less accessible than Zolcano, apparently. Yeah, interesting that, you know, apparently it's maybe to do with a huge amount of resource drops, you know, like, I mean, fuck. You could actually argue Zolcano was solely responsible for dropping the Onyx price, which then dropped a few other prices, like, say, things like Chaos Runes and a whole bunch of stuff in that. And yeah, apparently that's kind of been a bit of concern for some people, like legitimate high amount of activity for people on Zolcano, to the point where I think almost every world, bar some of the higher skill total worlds, you know, have like at least 4 people, some 5 or even 6, but apparently 4 people is the ideal number, and that, where it's like you get the highest amount of awards per person. If you get any lower or any higher, you know, it's either too slow or you don't actually get as much, and that, so it's very much a farce and that. But yeah, so that's kind of been a thing and that. So alright, I suppose I'll do it, because I mean, I've got news on the Twisted League, as it were, coming up next, but I'll have to save that for next time. That'll probably when I'm on members once more. Anywho, I suppose one last thing I'll cover off is showing some of the photos from last time. Yeah, Arcane Spirit Shield. Yeah, you won't know the price of this thing here. Yep, it just fucking tanked. Let's get that there. Yeah, this just tanked. Not even fucking kidding. Like, you think, yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure that went down to as little as just over 100 million, and it only just recently sold to about around 120 million. Like, I thought I was fucking unlucky losing, like, what, 6 million or something, like, when it dropped to 134. Nope, I was actually lucky by comparison. I mean, I was meant to sell that, yes, the day before, which would have saved me a good few million, but I think probably got lucky by comparison. Same thing with the Fair Receptor Rise, me saying, oh, it's like fucking I lost, you know, 1.5, 2 mil because it's skyrocketed, and then it ended up being like 9, 10 mil. Like, yeah, maybe I actually got lucky. And see, showing off the Twisted Bow, which I can't help, you know. Honestly, Twisted Bow is just beautiful, especially once I get the Pegasus boots, that'll be probably my best moneymaker at that point. Brutal Black Dragons and that, getting over 1 million an hour. Oh, that'll be quite good. Also, yeah, finally getting this high score business sorted out, because, yeah, obviously, this is what I started out, being 24th place, and that was quite good. Then I went back down to, like, what was it, you know, 28th, 29th, and I got up to about, you know, getting 310 kills, and now I'm all the way back again to something like 29th, 30, so it really didn't make much of a difference. But yeah, that's why I was kind of there. I was wanting to try and do more obers, but just could be fucked. And finally, oh, the beauty. I mean, obviously it's fell down a good 15, 20 mil again just in the past couple of days, but man, you know you're rich when you get stuff like this happen with your weapons, and it's like, fuck me. Third most expensive weapon, like, item in the entire game, and it's like, holy shit. But Well, that'll be it for this time, and yep, as always, I'll see you then. Till then, folks.